Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is kind of a channel update type of thing and a follow-up to that video that I did on tariffs. And all the folks who thought that tariffs are paid by the country where the product was manufactured, when in fact it's paid by the citizens, well, paid by the import companies in the country that's being imported to, who pass all those costs along to the consumer. So, that raises prices for the consumer. That's the way it's always been, folks, as I said. But what I wanted to do today was talk about where we're going with this channel. And I say we because I feel all of my subscribers and me, we're sort of a community here. Not very big. Hopefully it gets bigger. But interesting thing about that video is it was one of the best performing videos that I've had in quite some time. Bumped my income level with ads up, a fairly significant percentage. So that's pretty cool. Interesting thing is, if folks remember, I did a video, I don't know, about a year ago about some commenter about a rainbow, claiming the rainbow meant that the earth was flat. Not sure of that logic. So I did this video about that and the flat earth, and that one did really well too. So that's interesting. So going forward, what I am planning on doing is I am planning on doing more videos that venture away from just photography and equipment and photo shoots and all of that. But I'm going to give you an upfront warning rather than just in the video, because it's kind of interesting in that video where I said right at the very beginning, I'm going to talk about something political, and then there was that one commenter who said, I don't, he was nice about it. He said, I don't like politics, I'm leaving, and he unsubscribed, because there was one unsubscriber right off the bat, and I knew it was that person. Several people came in and commented in my defense, so I really appreciate that, folks. That's cool. But what I'm going to do is this. When I am going to do a video that's off the topic of the photographic realm, I am going to title it Todd's Take, and then what it's about. So it's going to be titled that. It's going to be on the thumbnail. You see Todd's Take. That means that I'm talking about something other than photography, and if you don't want to hear it, you don't even have to click. Or you can just click and click away. That still helps my engagement, right? I thought about calling it Todd Talks, but I had a feeling the TED Talks people might not like that. So Todd's Take, which I like better. So it's going to be, one of those videos. I'm going to be able to talk about kind of anything I really want, whether it's political or science or business, because I sold laboratory instrumentation and other products for the better part of 30 years. So dealt with scientists just about every week of my working career. So science is going to be one of those topics as well, given the anti-science viewpoints of a big portion of the population, unfortunately. So that's where we're going with this. A little bit about comments. I don't have time to argue with people that no amount of evidence is going to convince. It's like why I feel like arguing with flat earthers is pointless, because you can throw all of the overwhelming evidence that they're wrong at them and they'll never ever accept it. Same with like scientific creationists. You just will not accept any evidence that shows that they're wrong, even though the evidence is overwhelming. So those videos are going to be completely moderated comments. In other words, comments are going to come through, they're going to hold, I'm going to moderate. And if you are going to put forth some, and it doesn't even matter if you're nasty all caps about it. If it's one of those comments where I know that it doesn't matter what I say, it's not getting through. And I know there's going to be folks, usually on the far right, and sometimes on the left as well, who are like, what about freedom of speech? Well, as I said in the comment on that video, freedom of speech is something that the government can't infringe. Okay? Here in the United States, we have the First Amendment says the government or the Congress shall make no law infringing freedom of speech, interfering with the freedom of religion, no law establishing a religion. So there's no state religion in the United States. Separation of church and state, no matter what these folks on the far right tell you. And so those comments, I'm just not going to bother with them. And if you folks who are upset about this, I'm just taking a cue from the late Rush Limbaugh and his fellow AM radio talkers, because guess what? They had call screeners all the time. And it was really rare that a call got through that was in opposition to what they were saying. And then when it did with Rush, there were 2 times that I remember, not that I listened to it, we always heard about these things when they happened, was that a caller got through the screening process back when Rush was having his little problem with OxyContin, and a guy got through and called him Pillhead. That was very entertaining. But then again, another caller got through, and this kind of showcased Rush's racism. It was a black woman called in, and I think identified herself as such. And Rush told her to put a bone in her nose and hung up on her. So that's what we really need to know about Rush. But if you're upset because I am going to hold comments, and your comment might not get through because it's pointless in arguing with you, blame it on Rush. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So, to summarize, I am going to talk about things other than photography going forward. They will be labeled as such. Todd's Take means it's not about photography. And, you're free to watch or free to keep scrolling and watching other photography channels. I gotta be honest with you, I don't really watch a lot of photography channels. There's a few folks that I watch that I think know what they're talking about, and a lot of the others are just a waste of time. Anyway, that's it for now. I am working on another video. It is photography. It's just been delayed due to circumstances and me getting really busy. I have an upcoming photo assignment for the newspaper this evening. It is unfortunately a candlelight vigil for our local police officer who was shot in the line of duty. So, not things that I enjoy doing, but they have to be done. I'm Todd Banner. I will see you next time.